Hi, I'm Susan Evans from susanevans.org, and today I'm going to be answering 10 questions as part of a Homeschool Essentials collaboration started by Ingrid by Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles. Okay, the first question is, what are your top 3 favorite mom things? Well, one of them is time alone. Yes, time alone to recharge. And my favorite place to do that is in this hammock swing, which I got in Guatemala where I grew up. And I look out at the beautiful backyard and spend some time with the Lord each morning. And so that's one of my favorite things. Another thing, through the years as a homeschool mom, there were Mom's Night Out once a month with other homeschool moms in the evening where the husbands usually took care of the kids while the moms all got together, and that was very refreshing. And then third, what else did I say? Look at my notes. Oh, yes, when my husband would take the kids out for the day or for a few hours so that I could have some time alone to myself at home, and I would get so much done because it was completely quiet, no noise, etc. So those are my top 3 favorite homeschool mom things. Question number 2, what are the top 3 homeschool must-haves no matter what? Well, as you can see on the table, we have a lot more than 3 things. But I would say black cardstock paper and white cardstock paper for binders, okay, for notebooking, and a pocket with the binder so that you can put black cardstock paper in it with stickers. For example, geography is what my daughter is going to be studying this year for this, and so she'll put the stickers onto here and then slip it into here. And then we have glued lots of things down on black cardstock paper before, and we'll be printing a lot of maps on the white cardstock paper. The reason I use white cardstock paper for that is because she's going to be learning a lot of the countries and things, and so she's going to be holding it in her hand, and if it's regular paper, it will disintegrate maybe. Okay, we've used index cards for vocabulary, of course, scissors, stapler, 3-ring hole punch, number 2 pencils, Prismacolor pencils because they glide on, tape, of course, a map, and an industrial pencil sharpener, of course. And this top hat represents fun. Fun is a must-have for homeschoolers. Question number 3, share a minimum of 3 new things that will be added to your homeschool this year. Geography and physics, and my son is going to be doing Civil Air Patrol, and psychology is another thing that my daughter's going to be doing, and early childhood. And so all those things are new things for this year that we have not done before. Number 4, share 3 things that you are changing this year. One of the things that we are changing for my daughter is all the way through for high school, we have used teaching textbooks. We will continue to use that this year. However, I'm also adding Khan Academy and Algebra 2 for Math UC, the DVDs, so that my daughter can start thinking more mathematically. For algebra, because Algebra 2 is building on Algebra 1, and Algebra 1 was kind of hard for her, and so I'm going ahead and adding some things to change that so that she can understand it and we spend more time having fun with it. The second thing that we are changing is when we film our science experiments for high school physics, instead of introducing the video and ending the video, my son is going to zero in and just show the actual experiments and describe what's going on in those experiments. So that's a different type of filming that we're going to do, and that's going to be in the Unit Study Treasure Vault, which is the membership site. And then thirdly, we are changing up the schedule to be more relaxed. There might be some points where we do something like at a certain time, but as long as they get done, everything, like for example, for physics, he needs to get done every 2 weeks he has to do one chapter. So it doesn't matter if he does a lot on one day and almost nothing the next day. We're going to change things up like that so that it doesn't have to be done necessarily every day. And here we are in the jungle. I'm kidding, this is not the jungle, this is my backyard, and it has been let wild in this section to study nature in this ecosystem. Actually, that's just an excuse that I don't take care of this part of the backyard. But question number 5 is share 3 things in your survival homeschool kit. So survival. Okay, now the first one is ever since my dad passed away in April of this year, I have spent time with my mom, and it is so refreshing. We sit out on her porch and we chat and talk, and it's been very healing and beautiful. So my relationship with my mom is actually one of my survival kit items, which could be conversation with a friend, okay, phone calls with friends or my sisters. A hot bath is a good de-stressor. And back to question number 1, alone time. So alone time refreshes me and helps me to recharge. Number 6, 3 must-read homeschool books for homeschool help. That would be The Well-Trained Mind by Susan Wise Bauer, The Charlotte Mason Companion by Karen Andriola, and Educating the Wholehearted Child by Sally Clarkson. Those are the top 3 classics of all time to get started with homeschooling and help you continue through homeschooling and troubleshoot some areas of homeschooling that are common for all homeschool parents. Okay, number 7 is, let's see, 3 favorite subjects to teach in order. That would be Bible, because I love the Word of God so much. Literature, because my degree is in English literature and writing. And the third would be history. I used to not enjoy history in the schools because of the dry subject, because it was just facts and figures that had to be memorized. But the way that I've been teaching it to my children since they were young, I love history now. And so I have relearned it with my kids, lived it, breathed it, and had costumes and everything. So it's been super fun to teach those subjects. And I also teach all the subjects, obviously. Science has been fun as well. So I have to include that as a 4th one. Question number 8 is, when is the best time for you to do your planning? Well, my favorite time to do planning is in the summer for the next school year. I plan the schedule, I plan what I'm going to teach, I plan the major segments of time and how much needs to be done by like by Christmas or whatever. And so I do that in the summertime. And also on the weekends, I look at what we need for science, like the items for an experiment or something like that, and I pick them up the week before. So I sometimes do it on the weekends as well. Number 9, share your favorite planner and supplies. I don't like planners, so I don't use them. Because like for math, you do 1 lesson a day. So you don't have to write that down over and over every single day. Same thing with science, high school science especially. They need to do 2, every chapter is like 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks. And so as long as you're getting it done at the appropriate amount of time, I do when I do English grammar and composition, or I do writing classes, or I do history classes or something like that. Then I get a white sheet of paper and a pencil, and I make a list of what I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I do that on the weekends. I also do that in the summer for the whole first month, so that the first month goes really smoothly. And last but not least, number 10, share a minimum of 3 field trips you are planning to do this new homeschool year. Well, 2 of them we did this summer. One of them was horseback riding, which is right here on the YouTube channel. And also my teens went shooting at a shooting range for exploding their math books. And that is a 1-minute YouTube video here on my Susan Evans YouTube channel. The third is yet to be decided. We might go to Shakespeare in the Park. That is a free full costume production of a Shakespeare play. And it's super, super fun. There are other field trips that we do along the way as we go, as we hear about them. And so we really enjoy doing field trips, especially reenactments, like Civil War reenactments or Renaissance reenactments that we've gone to in the past. So those are my homeschool essentials. Check out Ingrid's channel below from Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles, and then check out the playlist and see what everyone else says is their homeschool essentials. I'm Susan Evans from susanevans.org. Thanks for watching.